All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. I saw Joseph Okado did that Lord Banta. They've taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them prove to us that you are our stooge. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obioso was talking rubbish. He was talking, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never, ever be objective in their reportage. Never, ever, ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Europe. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly, lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu coup, so-called Nzogwu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent, Wales, the same thing, everybody is free, but Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra must come. It must come.
Of course, Biafra will come. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you and welcome you to this program. While you are joining, share the video, invite others to join. And I welcome you, great people of Africa, as we continue to tell our stories. As we continue to tell our stories, because it is very, very important that we continuously tell our stories, because what we are preaching today, I am so happy that, many things we sit down here and we talk about, people are beginning to talk about it. People are beginning to realize that we are indeed speaking the truth. I am going to show you some of the evidence of it. They are using that line that we use here every day. They are now using it to challenge each other in the position of their government. That is exactly, one of the things we are going to be dealing with. And the second thing is that you saw the, you know, what Asari Dokubo, each and every time he want to, please people, he want to show people that he is alive. Even though he is dying, he want to show people that he is alive, he is strong. And while they are dancing and jubilating for their concocted shenanigan in the court processes that took place, or election tribunal shenanigan, he discovered that no, he is no longer strong. That's where, he couldn't even help it. He couldn't help it. He discovered that he's no longer strong. And I am going to show you how he is now begging for money. He is begging for money, or he is begging for the payment for all the support they have given to your president select. He is begging for money, confessing to his people that what he was doing for free, so that they should not expect any dime from him. Those people that he is using, he is telling them story, story, story. So, and secondly, I want to advise all the obedient movement, because remember, I told you that they will try to actually bring another mean possible, another means whereby they will use to place you on hold. Just like I told you from the beginning of this shenanigan, they say they are going to election tribunal. I told you it is a delay strategy. Now, you have seen exactly what the tribunal is all about. And don't forget that I also told you the tribunal has a lot to do with our leader that is placed in the solitary confinement. It has a lot to do with it. And secondly, I want to actually advise the obedient movement. I want to let you know, I want to let the obedient know that the court that is owned by and controlled by APC have finally sent you from obedient to obituary. That is what the court did to you people yesterday. You saw the picture. All of the judges, all of them, all of the sons and the lawyers, all of them, including the media, they all fell asleep because they know it is already, done and dusted. They know they don't stand a chance. Now you ask yourself, in that big national issue, I believe that the only media house that was there, I believe it was only Channel Television, because even BBC was extracting their broadcast, their television from through Channel TV, because that is only, I believe it is only Channel TV that was inside that courtroom, which is part of the favoritism that is done in Nigeria. Now, remember there was something that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said long time ago. They are done use, is it PDP we're using, was it PDP? PDP, when they were in power, they were using AIT. AIT. Now APC went to power, they are using Channels Television. So they use Channels Television, nepotism, everything they want, they use them. So that is by the way. That is by the way. So I want to tell you, you obedient or obidots, you should understand that you have, wasted your time, wasted your resources, wasted your effort in the name of get your PVC. Now I want to advise P2B and their one Nigerianist and those who were clamoring for Igbo presidency. I want to advise you that you people should stop wasting your time and resources. You can never be a president of Nigeria. It is not possible. It is not possible. Everybody is aware. Everybody is aware that Nigeria does not include the Igbo people as part of her. Nigeria does not include Biafra land or Biafra people as part of her. Nigeria is taking, they just seeing Biafra people as we are a place where the resources that is supposed to be used to furnish the whole nation come from. Not a place where they will give power, where they will give power to control or to rule. It will never ever happen. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have said it time without number that you going and dreaming for Igbo presidency, it is something that you will keep on dreaming until thy kingdom come. They will keep on using it to make you a fool. They will tell you, just like they have told Wike, go and kill Inobibo. Wike went and killed Inobibo. After killing Inobibo, what did they use to settle Wike? They used what? Minister of Abuja to settle Wike. They used Minister of Abuja to settle Wike. They told Devil Omahi, go and make sure you kill people in Abia, in Abonyi State. What did they give Devil Omahi? Minister. Instead of the so-called presidency that they were all claiming for. They were all, doing everything to please their Fulani master. It is only minister they were given. And they don't have a choice. Because if they reject it, you will remember and you will understand that we told them. They just accepted it. It is not as if they are loving it. They accepted it. All of them that, got people killed, they were nullified from primary election to make sure they don't even get to the main election. And when they were done with this shenanigan called election in 25th of February, there was an interview that was conducted, that was granted by Sowore, who was a presidential aspirant as well, asking him, are you going to join force with the Obedient and the PDP or Labour Party and PDP to go for, election tribunal? He told you the same thing that took place now. Because these are the people. They understand. He said he does not want to waste his time going through this process because it is a waste of time. The reason why I am reflecting in, touching all these things, it is to come to a conclusion to tell you that you Obedient, that is actually being sent to obituary, and you believe you will come back from the land of obituary to come to say, we are going to Supreme Court, because that is the same thing Obedient has now implemented. I will never leave my mandate. We will never, I vowed that I will chase my mandate. That is the new slogan now. That is the new slogan. And I am going to, bring it out. Peter Obi's, comment after all the shenanigans. He will tell you to relax. We're going to Supreme Court. Remember, had it been, the reason why they did not make this issue to be, the APC to be the ones to be pushing for Supreme Court. You know the reason? Because the backlash is already there. There has been a backlash. There has been people telling you that the CGN is for APC, telling you that anything that is going to concern CGN, it means that he is going to work in the benefit of Tinubu. And now Obedient is telling you he is taking you there to APC Chief Justice to determine whether the election tribunal verdict is going to stand or not. I laugh. This is actually a serious delay strategy that anybody who is going to buy Peter Obi's story, you should, Peter Obi, you should actually come to the realization that you are not seen as a Nigerian. You are not seen as equal Nigerian. You are not seen as equal Nigerian. Iwukalu say, don't forget you were one of them shouting Peter Obi. We don't forget like that. Iwukalu, I'm in a good mood. That's why I will not, insult you. I'm in a good mood. That is the reason why I will not insult you. But one thing I am going to tell you, Wukano, is that you should, when you come to a broadcast, instead of you coming to a broadcast to look at the background of the broadcast or look at who is broadcasting, come there and pay attention to get a reliable information. Because the problem that people like you are so sentimental. People like you come, you will, and something will be said, you will go home with another information. You will go home with another information. They will say we were promoting P2B. Of course, we ask you people not to be the reason why they will give excuse. We didn't want you people to be the reason why they will give excuse. We want them to go through that process so that they will come to realization, which is exactly what we are here again to remind them that there is nothing that will come out of what they are doing. They have gone through the electioneering. It is done. We told them. And we told them we will not, be the ones people are going to call to say you are the reason why the chance for giving Igbo presidency went down the drain. We work diplomatically and we work, radically. And we are very, very pragmatic. We don't come to the media and talk things out of order. Every time you see us in the media, what we are doing, of course, everybody knows that what we are doing right now is awareness campaign. We have not started the struggle. When we start the struggle, the whole world is going to bear us witness. That is the reason why we continue to say we are looking for every diplomatic mean. We are looking for every peaceful mean possible to achieve referendum, because asking for referendum is not asking for war. So we are going to allow people who does not understand and who are hard in hearing, or who want to go and try before they will come to terms that we said it. So that is the reason why we allow them, and we make sure we stop anybody who will, make themselves available, who is calling for election boycott, not to engage, because it is actually a lift that they were giving the APC free of charge. They want to give them a lift in the name they are fighting for the Biafra movement. Then so that everybody will blame IPOB and Biafra movement for making one chance of Igbo presidency where the whole world got their PVC, then you will blame it on IPOB when we have seen the trajectories, when we have seen where these things is going. We decided now that we will show you that we are not the problem. You are the problem. That is the reason why we abstained from it. And we condemn anybody who will place it on us. And some, some of the people like Iwu Kalu will come and tell me that I was shouting Obi, because they don't come with their ears. They don't come with their ears, they come with their eyes only. So, back to the business of the day. Peter Obi, you are actually wasting people's time. And this time around, we will not allow you to continuously waste people's time, because I believe that whatever you are doing, probably you are benefiting something from walking up and down, going up and down. The court told you that you are even in the third position. That is what the court told you. INEC knows exactly the reason why they place you in the third position, not even second, because they know if they place you in the second position, that you will be, you have something to stand upon. But they place you in the third position, and they tell you there is no place written in the law that the votes will be uploaded in that polling unit. Then, if Nigeria law say there is no place written in the law that a vote will be uploaded with from the polling unit through the beavers, then what is the essence of the beaver? So that is just a wasteful expenditure. The court is calling the beaver wasteful expenditure. The court said that there is no substantial evidence to prove that the president-elect was having had a drug case in the United States. That's what they say. There is no substantial evidence that he had a case in the United States. So that case that was extracted from Chicago, what was that? So does it mean that the case and the case number that was extracted from Chicago in 1999, does it mean that the court made inquiries and the US told them no, that case number is invalid, or that thing we have seen, the receipt of the money he forfeited because of running away 460,000 US dollars? Does it mean that the US told Nigeria court that it does not exist, that they say there is no substantial evidence? Let's assume that there is no substantial evidence. What about the certificate that carries different date? Is that not also an evidence that there is forgery? There is forgery, and there is fraudulent perceived activities perceived in that. It is not a substantial evidence. Two different certificates. Okay. Many people who were beaten up, including in Lagos, during the voting, it is not intimidating voters. It is not a substantial evidence for the court, or the court to claim that Peter Obi does not know where the election rigging took place. So, Peter Obi, you did not have where election rigging took place. You didn't have it, and you went to court. So you did not have it, you went to court. It is actually a pity. So what are you now going to Supreme Court to do? When court have nullified everything you come with, you are going to now Supreme Court, to APC friend, to APC Chief Justice, Okay, let me, because so many of you might think I am bluffing when I say that P2B want to go to Supreme Court. I am not going to bring the video. I am going to read it out. Let me bring it so that you will read as well. Before we go back to tell P2B what he need to know. Listen, the tribunal verdict, I won't relent in quest for justice, vow P2B. Where are you going to get the justice, P2B? Where is P2B going to get the justice since he won't relent? The presidential candidate of Labour Party, P2B, has vowed not to back down in seeking justice, as he said he would appeal the verdict of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal delivered on Wednesday. Obi said Obi said this on Thursday at a press conference in Onitsha. Ojogo Sawando Onitsha. Onitsha people go Obi border. Oh, will go speed border Onitsha, just Sawando Onitsha. In a press conference in Onitsha, Anambra State, while reacting to the five-man panel judgment led by Justice Haruna Tsamani, which upheld the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, one thing that I want you to know, or to remember, that it is very, very dodgy during that election tribunal. One thing you should One thing that I want you to remember, that is very, very dodgy, very, very dodgy during this election tribunal. You know what that thing is? It is that thing is during the time of this election tribunal hearing, which took place yesterday, right? During that time, you will bear me witness that the TV channel or TV station that was there did not show you who is the judge that is in charge of the shenanigan that was taking place in every court sitting where a media is allowed. The people they are focusing on is the judge, who, especially on the day of the verdict, the focus of the media is at the judge, not the courtroom. Now, the media house that was allowed inside, which I actually, believe it is only Channel TV that was allowed inside the court during the time of verdict, because you saw Shehu even gassed out. He was also sleeping. Now, you did not see these judges who is delivering this judgment. Do you know the reason why they did not show these judges that was delivering the judgment? Because these judges knows that what they are doing there, they know exactly that what they were doing. It is a shenanigan. It is a lie. It is disenfranchising people from all their effort, all their hard work. Get your PVC, celebrities, actors, everything, musicians, even social media influencers. Get your PVC. Your PVC is the only way. Nothing is going to do it for you except your PVC. Your PVC finally did it for you. That's why they could not show the faces of the judges who were presiding over the verdict, or who were issuing the verdict to you people that change your name from Obi to obituary, or from obedient to obituary. He killed the obedient movement, or whoever that gave that verdict. killed and dismantled the obedient movement. The only thing that somebody like Obi will do for himself is to mobilize. I want you to tell Obi that if he is indeed for the people, listen attentively. If he is indeed for you people who were shouting Obi, 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 tell him now it is time for him to refrain from the politics, because that political structure that is, that is ruling over Nigeria will never change, and will never let him in, or let anybody that will do something differently in. If he is for the people, let that Obi lead a revolutionary movement. That is the only thing that you will give him this option. If he is indeed for the people, let him lead a revolutionary movement, because court that is controlled by APC will never, ever, ever give him or give you that is a believer of Obi and Igbo presidency, will never do anything for you. It was cancelled that the Igbo man will never be a president of Nigeria. Good luck, Bele Jonathan became a president of Nigeria. Nigeria calculated the fastest growing economy in Africa. It scared America. It scared the Europeans. It scared everybody that they ordered his removal. They used Buhari to remove him, to make sure he does not bring in any change into the status quo, because Nigeria is not created to help anybody who live in it. Nigeria is not created to grow or develop. Nigeria is created for one thing: profit for the creator. So that is exactly what you saw. You think Ebele Jonathan went into the position of power, marked the fastest growing economy, and you want to bring another Igbo man, Obi, from Ebele to Obi. That is the reason why they have vowed that you will never come closer again. You will never come closer again, because you are not supposed to be part of Nigeria. You are just there for the sake of the oil and gas. Let that oil and gas dry today. If the oil and gas coming out of our land in Biafra land decide to dry up today, you will see them, nobody will be interested whether you become, you will see them going for referendum, because they will now remember there is a gold in Zamfara state, there is uranium in the northern Nigeria, there is a resources in Osun state. So they will now start remembering, no, we don't need these people. We are done with them. That is exactly, tell Obi, if he is indeed for the people, let him lead a revolutionary movement. If he was not there for himself and for his pocket and for him to answer Igbo or Nigeria presidency, let him lead a revolutionary movement, because he has seen that the situation and the status quo will continuously disenfranchise the people from exercising their right to vote. So tell him to lead a revolutionary movement. We have seen some of them. We have seen some of them who are there to lead, to call for revolution. We have seen some of them, even though they are, they are cowards. They are cowards. There is a video I want to show you. A video of a obedient, it was ex-obedient movement. I don't think, because ever since they were sent from obedient to obituary, Many of them decided to now realize themselves, and now they started speaking differently. There is a man who was challenging IPOB even when the criminal that the zoo was using, trying to give them a free pass to rig election unnoticed. This man that I am going to show you his video stood up to say he will fight even against Biafra, against IPOB, if we are the reason why P2B will not go, because in Igbo, he say Igbo people, na them be their problem. He say Igbo people, na them be their problem. If you people be your problem like this, if war has to break out, we are going to help Nigeria to kill una, because no be una problem. And today, what is going on today is what you cannot believe. I am also looking for that video where he said, that rubbish he said that time. I am also, if I can find that video, it is somewhere in my archive, because I saved it. As you know, the more you are talking, the more you are remembering stuff. But I saved that video. But before, let me see if it is here. Just one moment. Okay. While we are looking at it, we're looking for it. I want to show you the video of this guy. He has been vocal in the media space, calling and saying, supporting Obi, supporting Igbo presidency, believing that the Igbo presidency will just transform everything. Let me show you the video of the man. Listen to this.
Yeah, hello. You know me. I have never at any point in time advocated for violence, advocated for division, advocated for anything that is negative or retrogressive. But with what is happening at the petition tribunal, I can confidently say that there is no need for Nigeria. This is not a country. I'm not saying do anything, but you know.
There is no need for Nigeria. This is not a country. Only now, I believe that this man you see here, if he is still young, he is up to 45 to 50 years old. If he is still young, he is up to 50 years old, probably. In the last 40 years of his life, let me give him 10. Growing up, he was a minor. I will say he didn't notice that Nigeria is not a country. When Nigeria ever happened to him, growing up, he has never achieved anything from Nigeria. Today, the same man decided to give Nigeria a benefit of doubt. According to his testimony here, he gave her a benefit of doubt by supporting the obedient movement, which is Igbo presidency, believing that somehow there will be a magic done by Omoibo in order to bring something differently to Nigeria that he loves so much. He loved Nigeria so much. But today, he is now speaking from both sides. He does not know which side he should focus on, whether it's this side or this side. Listen to this. Let's continue. He is not advocating for violence, but he has seen that Nigeria is not a country. Since Nigeria is not a country, how are you going to, move on from that thing that is not a country? Or how are you going to make it a country? Listen.
That there is no need for Nigerian. This is not a country. I'm not saying do anything, but you know what I'm saying. I will never come on this channel to support one Nigeria. I'm reading the ruling from Abba with all the idea that the cameras are not even shooting the judges. In fact, I'm disappointed in this country. Okay. I will never talk about Nigeria again. Whatever it is that is necessary, that you think it is the right thing to do, please do. But this is not a country. Okay. That the useless judge was saying that the Peter Obi could not even specify where and where election were rigged. God punish your father. Are you telling me in Plateau State that the election INEC declared in Plateau State is a true reflection of what happened? I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Now, let me quickly make a disclaimer right now that the
disclaimer you are making does not have any, it doesn't make any difference. It does not have any, meaning. What you need to be doing for the sake of your children, it is not to be scared. It is to say what you need to say as a man who have seen that Nigeria will not be a good identity for your children. You will not come here and be telling us you will make a disclaimer. A revolutionary, it is started by a person. A revolution movement starts, from one person. So a revolutionary is not written in anybody's, DNA. It is act of saying what is going on, what has transpired, and what is happening. That's how people consciousness kick in to become a revolutionary. So you being here, you are still behaving like Nigeria that you are rejecting. Because Nigeria you are rejecting, it is a Nigeria that will just not, they know their problem, and they know the solution, but they don't want to engage that solution. They just don't want to engage it for reason best known to them. That is the same thing you are doing. You just don't want to, you are laying a disclaimer. You tell people do whatever you want to do. And now you are trying to put up a disclaimer that you are not promoting violence. What is it that people are going to do? Tell us. It is only revolution. If you pray that your military will wake up from their slumber, if they will wake up from their sleep and help you with your revolution, it will be easier because they will not be used to come and fight you. Even if they are used to come and fight you, you can outnumber them. This gruntled Nigeria can outnumber them. That is exactly how it is. What took place in Lekki Toll Gate, you have seen how it is. In this time of revolution, you come with everything you have and wait for them. You can outnumber them. That is revolution. This man is here speaking from both sides of his mouth. Let's hear.
This video is not urging Nigeria to go into war, to riot, or to protest. But I want to say categorically that I am not a Nigerian. I am also not a Biafran.
Okay. What are you?
But
then?
This Nigeria cannot stand as one the way it is.
What are
The
you?
lesson to be learned from this thing is that people can actually employ criminality and dare those that are robbed to go to court because they know the court will deliver this type of blatant, barefaced, hypocritical judgment. I am so ashamed. This is not a time to be a Nigerian. I am very, very disappointed. Whatever it is that you think, whatever it is that is going to your head now, and you think is the right action to take, that's okay, fine for me. But I'm not asking you to do anything. I just watched the ruling, and I'm like, God, please tap me if I'm dreaming so that I can wake up. Tap me if I'm ruling so that I can wake up. In a country where Asari Dokubo has marched people to Abuja, blatantly, these are thugs, these are rogues, parading themselves, and nothing is going to happen to them, then the likes of us who are observing the rule of law, observing peace, doing what is necessary, yet we are afraid to be arrested. Even this video I'm making, I'm sure that I probably will be arrested. If I'm arrested, I know that at least I'm arrested for the interest of Nigeria.
He is not a Nigerian, no. But if he's arrested, he will be arrested for the interest of Nigeria. You know, that is when I tell you people are not, being undecisive. When you do not know what you are in pursuant of, you are in pursuit of something that you don't know. Where you are no longer a Nigerian, according to your statement, you will be arrested by Nigeria, and it will be for the benefit of Nigeria. You are not telling people to do something. So what are you now insinuating? The only thing that is standing between you and your destiny is fear. It is fear that stands between a human being and their destiny. It is fear. Fear. Once you remove fear from you, you will be able to accomplish anything. And this fear is actually a problem that is actually in every black people all over the world. Fear. That's why black people have not achieved their independence or freedom, because they are too fearful. They are so scared. They only become brave when it comes to intimidating somebody that is, in the same problem with them. When it comes to intimidating somebody that does not have anything to deal, somebody you see that they are harmless, that's when you become brave. But when it comes to face your enemy, face your problem, you become so fearful. And being fearful will never allow you to thrive. And that is the problem of anybody who you will see coming out to speak like this man. If you get arrested for the sake of your children's future, is that not a sacrifice that you have to make? When Europeans went to Africa, do you think that Europeans, they just came to Africa and they did what? They just took everything over? Do you think they did not die in Africa? Do you think there were not people who resisted them in Africa? Before they were, they overwhelmed them. Because they have that thing called, mental strength. It does not matter what we are losing. We keep our eyes on the ball. That is all that matters. That resilience is what kept them going until they achieve what they are looking for. For more than 400 years, they have been in control of Africa. For more than 400 years, they have been in control of Africa. And still going. It is now recently they want to add Africa to G20. or they want to add Africa to G20 because people are now knowing the value of their resources in Africa. Now, resources audit, Africa is calling for audit to make sure, that they are, their GDP and everything they are giving them as the number of what they are or they own is accurate, is in correspondent with what is actually coming out of their country. For more than 400 years, remember that these people did not come to to steal what will benefit them. That group of people that took up this conquest mission did not go to Africa to steal what is going to benefit them only in their own generation. They took what is going to benefit them, their children, their children, children, their children, 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 until 4 generations. That's what they went there for. But a black man is going for, let me just be free. Me and my family is fine. Me and this my family is fine. They don't think. That's why they know that they are going to pay a sacrifice. If they achieve it, even if they die achieving it, in their next generation, they will come back to enjoy what they have died for. That is exactly what it is. But people does not understand what it takes to be free. You are waiting to be served in a golden platter. That is the reason why you cannot even speak like a man. You speak from both sides of your mouth. Have you now seen the reason why we are telling you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that IPOB come to liberate everybody in Nigeria? Not only one person, not only one path, to liberate everybody in Nigeria. Many of you say, bring him, let us put him in dungeon. Bring him, he is speaking too much. And today you cannot even speak. You cannot even come out boldly to speak as a man. Why? But the only man who spoke boldly from ground to top is suffering in the DSS solitary confinement. All you people saw that is necessary and important to all of you. It is to have Igbo presidency. It is to do obedient. Forgetting that the man that could speak more than, what you cannot say is suffering. You decided to say, you think that democratic process is going to, election is going to be the solution. You have now tried. Now the next thing you are telling us, you are not telling us to do something. You are not telling them to do something. So how are they going to get it right? Because there are people that you need to reason for them. There are people that you need to actually tell them. This is what you need to do. Asari Dokubo, you said it, went to Abuja. Asari Dokubo went and took over in Abuja, waiting for, with his criminal thugs. Because the only thing Asari Dokubo have in Nigeria is thuggery value. With his criminal thugs. He went to Abuja, standing by in case. Maybe he went to Abuja in case of course, they know that the judge have taken his own share of the from the billion van. They have put something in the boot for the judge already. So Asari Dokubo went there to protect everything because he is being used to run a mafia state. Now, nobody is going to touch Asari Dokubo. If you cry from now till tomorrow, nobody is touching Asari Dokubo. Let me bring it to you. What Asari Dokubo said. Let us listen. He gathered at Abuja with his thugs to protect their business venture. Listen to this. Aneku Akupe on our art.
This is 3 months plus. We've been in Abuja to defend this mandate. We came in here when nobody gave hope to us that there was going to be anything called mandate in support of Asari. We came into Abuja during the last administration when everybody was scared. We came in at a time when the whole of Abuja was looking like we didn't have people in support of the APC. And we've stood firm in the last 3.5 months without moving an inch. Almost 500 persons being fed and kept here, all in cause of defending the mandate of Jagaban. True or false? True. And that is what we've agreed.
Defending the mandate of Jagaban, not defending the future of your children. Defending the mandate of Jagaban, because Jagaban made it, it is do or die. It is his turn. And you have heard Asari telling you it is his turn. They call it democracy, turn by turn. And they will now be using military that the same Jagaban used Asari Dokubo to rubbish. Using them to protect his turn. Are you now understanding the irony of this shenanigan? It is his turn. It is turn by turn. That's what Asari Dokubo said. It is turn by turn. And now, they have been in Abuja for 3 months to defend this mandate. You see this old man speaking. Look at the man that is in front of your screen. You will understand that the man in front of your screen is no longer a child. If he is still young, he is around 55 years old. He is telling you he is there to defend the mandate. To defend the mandate. Now I want you to listen to hear where their boss Asari Dokubo because he's an anoko. Where he is telling you that Jagaban did not give him money. Jagaban did not give him money to do what he is doing. Well, let's listen. Listen to this. The drama as it is unfolding.
That we're going to be here until the last day when the Supreme Court will give the final judgment. This is the first phase. We have crossed it. First and foremost, congratulations to Nigerians. Let's clap for ourselves. And then we must also give credit to a man that have kept 500 persons in Abuja.
Fair.
3 months running non-stop without any patronage because of the belief we have for Jagaban. I think we need to give him a round of applause. This is the heart of Niger Delta.
Don't forget, he said that we will be there until Supreme Court give the final verdict. They will be there. Why are they there? Why are they there? These are the Ndocho passenger. Ndocho passenger. But the time will come when they will all cry. Remember today's date. Time will come when they will all start crying. You see this group of people, Ndocho passenger. I will be there until to defend the mandate of somebody who don't even know you. You want to defend his mandate, but your children Your children are not having a good life. He's the same man you are defending his mandate. Let me show you his children, how heavily they are protected. This is his child, his son. Did you see? The man you are defending his mandate. Defending his mandate. This is his son. How they roll. This is how we roll. Now, this is the man, the son. You are defending his mandate, but your own children. I believe your own children, maybe if they see 3 square meal to eat, it means that they have done good for the day comfortably. But you are there to defend an ocean from a river. That's what you people are there to do. For you to see the reason why a black man will never develop. The reason why you will not see a growth in a land of a black man. It is very, very difficult because they chase after pocket. It is all about pocket. Where is something for the pocket? Where is something for the pocket? You believe that this set of people will ever grow. You are defending somebody's mandate, somebody that is better than you. You want to defend their mandate. Let's continue. And they will be there until Supreme Court give the final order. That's what they say. Listen, and what they mean by defending of this mandate simply means that if there is anybody who will rise up to say, or if eventually plans of their plans to bribe the judges is not working, they will defend the mandate and make sure. And they will defend it on that day. If the Supreme Court give them verdict and people decided to maybe invade the Supreme Court or look for the judges, they will defend them. That is what they are here for. Their children are left undefended though, back home. Their children are left undefended. These thugs that has only thuggery value to defend evil, to defend lies, to defend bondage, to defend disenfranchisement, to defend something that is actually going to be a bad omen for the growth of the so-called nation you call your own. That is what these, gangs of reprobates are here to defend. Some of them are from Niger Delta. If you look, have you ever been to Niger Delta? How many of you have been to Niger Delta? Because I know when they were selling lands in Niger Delta, that side of Good Luck, where Good Luck come from. You know how much is plot of land? I believe it has appreciated because our people have come into this Niger Delta to buy land because it has been cheap. Because of there is a university that is there by, what is the name of this university? Is it I will in Yenegoa, around Yenegoa. In those area, do you know that Goodluck's Jonathan's village, there is no electricity there? Are you aware? No, you are not. So, these people that are there to defend their mandate have never benefited anything from Nigeria. Could you imagine in a place where a piece of land was around 300,000? Now, because our people have gone into that place, piece of land is now like 700,000. If you get it directly, not from third party. Do you know how much is a piece of land in my place? A piece of land in my place is 2.5 million. In my village, 2.5 million, a piece of land, one plot only. For you to know the difference between, me and these people who are there to defend somebody's mandate that have never benefited anything from the status quo that they are there to defend. For you to see that area we are talking about is presumed to be the highest oil producing area in Nigeria. This area, there is no economic growth, there is no infrastructural development, there is nothing that benefits them as the oil producing state. There is nothing, their water is actually being polluted by oil spillage. At the end of the day, if they do bunkering, they will be killed one way or the other. It becomes a problem. Just like you've seen, we are coming back to that because when I tell you, when we speak here, we know people are listening, and very, very important people are listening. People who knows what is the truth, who can differentiate wrong from right, who knows that we are speaking the truth, but they cannot even acknowledge it because of the situation of where they found themselves. I'm going to give you a sample of it before we go. In Niger Delta, you cannot do oil bunkering, but in Osun State, in the northern Nigeria, people can do illegal mining free of charge. Nobody is disturbing them. Nobody is disturbing them. Have you now seen the difference between these fools, gangs of thieves who are gone there to defend the so-called mandate? Mandate that is not given to any of their family member or any of their village member or community member. They are defending a mandate. Now listen for you to see these are the people, or chop passenger. Listen when their chairman that is sitting down, Aneko Akupenisi, when he speak, for you to see that these are, no chop passenger. Listen to it.
Faces you see here are the faces of Niger. Yes. So the victory is ours. At the end of the day, we've started the celebration, and this is where we're beginning. We've been here since morning. We're still here with the full support without moving an inch, waiting for final judgment. In the last couple of minutes, I'm sure everybody's watching it live. We are not watching it live. We are here live. Yes. Who here now? I am. We are here live. Live. Face to face. So in the next couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians, it's all over. We should come together and build one Nigeria for a better future for the children that are born today and the ones that are unborn. In Jesus' name we pray.
I thank Asari Dokubo and all my Niger Delta youths that are here with us and elders since the beginning of this race, from flag off of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kassim Shettima to date. I'm not surprised seeing people of Niger Delta here since in the morning and since the beginning of this race. I know Niger Delta people, when they are with you, they are with you forever. Yes. So,
did you hear that? He is not surprised seeing people of Niger Delta here. Now remember, during the time of Jonathan, it was that time that Asari Dokubo was threatening Jonathan. His brother. He was threatening Jonathan. He was threatening Jonathan that if they get him arrested, that he will destroy Nigeria. He will burn down Nigeria. Today, he is there to defend. He is there to defend a mandate of somebody who does not even see him. Ndo Chonganoko. When Goodluck was there doing something positive, Asari Dokubo did not support Goodluck Jonathan. Asari Dokubo was criticizing his own brother. The same way he is criticizing his own brother Peter Obi now. These are the people, because it is all about, these are religious bigots. Religious bigots. Because Goodluck was not a Muslim. And Peter Obi is not a Muslim. And of course, Peter Obi is a stingy man. Goodluck is an educated man. He knows that he cannot use state resources to start funding thuggeries or thugs. So they become it becomes a problematic issue or event for them. So for you to understand, when a thug is in the position of power, thugs are on the street. Have you now seen how thugs owns the street of Abuja? Because thug is in a position of power. It is how it is. You can never change it. When a man who is educated was in position of power, all these thugs were against him. Street for the boys. There are many things Yahoo boys say. They say Tinubu is a street man. He go still give street boys. He go still give street chance to win. That's why some of them are supporting him. They say he will give chance to street to win. I know people will not understand, especially those who are born in church will not understand it. I will explain to you.
Their men and their women.
We are them.
Ayara.
If our pastor wants to talk,
no matter how he will manage you. So I believe that today, that I confirm people of Niger Delta, and I confirm even my people from North Central, Northwest, Northeast, and even some of us in South, so and Southeast that are present here. So we thank you all, and also telling you people today that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kassim Shettima, they are a leader, a leader that have been tested and okay. And I know all of you people that struggle for this movement, none of us will be left behind.
All of you that have struggled for this movement, none of us will be left behind. It is all about pocket. What to put in the pocket. These are gangs of hungry people. Once they get their own things for their pocket, they don't care about their community. They don't care about you, ordinary person in Niger Delta. They are only gathered here. They know that is a bullion van that is in position of power. To give people money, to give out money is not a problem for him. But apparently, he has to give people who are going to, do things that will be productive for him. Like the court. For you to see, it is all about what they that's what they are looking for. Listen.
The grace of God will also benefit from our struggle. Thank you all. Also from North Central here, the indigenous politician in Abuja FCT here is here with us from the beginning of the race also. Thank you.
My name is Stefano. I'm a Banyu woman. I identify solidly with the Niger Delta youth.
Wow.
Are indeed an epitome of resilience. And that is what Nigeria needs at this
epitome.
moment.
Epitome of resilience.
And capacitated.
Epitome of resilience, a mother who is supposed to be there advising your children on how to go so that the shadow of Nigeria backwardness will never befall them. You are here telling us about your resilience, calling Niger Delta, which is a failed area, does not have infrastructure, does not have opportunity. In Niger Delta, you know, I have a land in Niger Delta. So I know that place very well. It is not about, when we talk about this, this area, you know, it will look like we don't know it. We know it. We went there to help them to develop this area. That is exactly, how we know Niger Delta. Niger Delta youth or Niger Delta people. Where you've been in Nigeria producing the oil that Nigeria is been living on. The primary GDP of Nigeria is coming from this place. Go to Niger Delta. If not Igbo speaking Biafrans, land in Niger Delta is of no use. That is one thing you should understand. Igbo go and develop. Igbos go and develop. What they do there, if you build a hostel, the self-contains, you build self-contains for a hostel there. That's mostly what's going on in that area, hostels. That's our people that are there developing that place. We are developing it for them. They are here telling you we are from Niger Delta, a place where electricity never, finish come. They are in Niger Delta. That's what they are telling you. Ever since you've been in Niger Delta, under Nigeria, exploring your oil, Britain is actually benefiting from this oil exploration. Excuse me. More than you from Niger Delta. But you have never achieved anything to the extent you left your comfort home. Because if you have achieved anything, you will not leave your comfort home, even as a woman, to come and stand in the street of Abuja saying you are defending a mandate. You are defending a mandate. It is a shame. A big one. Let us continue.
By an able leader. I have not seen before, no shaking. So when it comes to commitment, when it comes to somebody who can be depended upon, we want to appreciate you. I'm speaking on behalf of mothers, of sisters, of daughters, of aunties. This is the voice of a woman.
Shut up.
Who wants peace for this nation?
Indeed.
Who wants prosperity for this nation? Who wants security for this nation?
Shameless people.
And without youth like you, it will just be a story. Yes. I want to thank you from the depth of my heart for the sacrifices you've made to make sure that this mandate is defended to the letter. This is just the beginning. We will keep seeing them rearing their heads.
Please ask these people, where are we? This mandate they are talking about, they are defending it from who? Who are they defending it from? Please ask them. There is something these people are not aware of. Like when I always come here to tell you that Tinubu does not have a lot of time. They don't even know from where they're supposed to be defending their so-called mandate. They don't know. They're defending mandate. And I believe it is on behalf of Tinubu, not on behalf of Shettima. It is not the one they're defending this so-called mandate for. But little did they know. One thing, this woman is defending mandate, but he could not come to defend the mandate of educated, a learned man, Goodluck Jonathan. When Obama came in and start, campaigning against Goodluck Jonathan, this woman and this Asari Dokubo, who is actually his brothers, did not come to defend Goodluck Jonathan's mandate, a man who could do something good for Nigeria. If not for anything, he is educated. You know, he is educated. There is no issue of you forged certificate. There is no issue of he is professor. And he is into academia. It is not just educated. He is I believe he was a vice chancellor in the university. So he is still into academia. One thing that these people did not come out to challenge what was taking this man who built the fastest growing economy in Africa in 2000 and I believe 2010. No, 2012. 2012 and 13, fastest growing economy in Africa under the regime of Goodluck Jonathan. America came in. They used Obama, the only black man that become American president. Black indeed. Black on the outside, white on the inside. They used him to threaten him. He chickened out because even his people did not support him. His people who are now out in an open space. In case you used to hear bomb going off in Abuja, if all these Fulani terrorists and bandits, Boko Haram, if they release, if they didn't remove, drop one bomb, then all of them will be, all of them will become things of the past. They are there to defend the mandate. In the middle of the night, a woman who's supposed to be cooking for the husband and looking after the children, that they may have home training, is out here to fight and defend their mandate, but that she could not speak to defend for his own brother. Then you look at this Nigeria, you say that it is going to be okay. A man that has a track record, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan his track record was clean. He does not have any crime or corruption in his name. They did not come to defend him. But the one that the track record, his antecedent is nothing, his antecedent is there is so many, conflicting information in his antecedent. There is so many, crime recorded in his antecedent. That is the man they are defending because they are thugs. That's whom they are. And I am not doing it because I'm prejudiced against them, because it is the truth. Let's continue to listen. Show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are.
Ahead, we have to be on our toes. Even as we keep watch on the judiciary, we have to keep watch on our neighbors. First, let's educate them and welcome them to the
I wonder who is your neighbor.
But where they refuse, we know what to do. Yes. I want to thank you, sir, very much for having the good heart to mobilize young people and to lead them purposefully on this trail. Thank you once more, sir. Thank you, and thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Listen.
Yeah.
Now, Makri.
Everything that I am going to say has been said. I just want to thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I want to thank God who had kept us alive. The wickedness of the wicked
shall fall upon the wicked.
The wicked the prophecy of the wicked, the lying tongue of the wicked, has all been defeated. Yes. It has all been cancelled. I don't know how.
This is the man who opened his mouth to, to criticize people like Thomas Sankara. This is the man. For you to see what they are defending, I want you to remember, he is the man who opened his mouth to say that Thomas Sankara, all these things they do, they failed. He opened his mouth and he criticized not only Thomas Sankara, he criticized Patrice Lumumba. He criticized Patrice Lumumba of Congo. This is the man. He criticized this Jerry Lawrence of Ghana. He criticized them. He said he criticized them because you know what these people are defending? They are defending European and American interest. That is something you should know. That is the reason why they could not defend their own brother, because he is not there for the European interest. He was not there for European interest. But this man called Tinubu is there for European interest because there is a lot of leverage against him. That is the reason why they are defending him. So anybody that is a revolutionary, these people are against that person. Have you now seen the irony of what we have here? Because when we are talking about this, some people will believe, no, we have a personal vendetta. I don't hate her. I don't hate this dude. I don't hate him. But I hate his, what he is promoting. I hate what he promotes. I don't hate him. Not at all. I don't hate any black man. I don't hate even any white people who are actually dealt with our ancestors. I hate what they are doing. That's what I hate. So I'm not here because talking about him because there is something, about him. I don't hate him. We speak the truth to shame the devil. That's what we do. So, for you to now, I want you to pay attention to listen to him and understand exactly what he is now talking about. Listen.
How to express it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Like our mother said, we have to keep our eyes on him. Because if they do anyhow,
Don't do anyhow.
if they do anyhow,
Don't do anyhow.
if they do anyhow,
Don't do anyhow.
we also have to keep an eye on the government of Asari. This is not a government that the people in government will joke with. This is not the people that the people in government will joke with. The people make sacrifices.
What?
We did not collect a dime from them. If they are giving us a dime, me, let them come and say it.
Okay.
Nobody has given me a dime. The labor of the laborer will not be in vain.
Yes.
The labor of the laborer will not be in vain.
Amen.
The labor of
Have you now seen exactly what these people are representing? Have you now seen what they are representing? They are now telling you the true meaning and the reason why they are here to protect a mandate, because the labor of a laborer will not be in vain. They are laboring for their pocket. They are laboring for a contract. They are laboring for a political position. That's what they are laboring for. They are not laboring for the benefit of the so-called Nigeria they call their country. That's not what they are doing. They are laboring for their pocket.
of the laborer will not be in vain. Amen. You have labored.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you will reap the fruits of your labor.
Amen.
Majority leader, Ebitumi and Barry will reap the fruit of his labor.
Amen.
Kakati will reap the fruit of his labor.
Amen.
Tabai will reap the fruit of his labor. Amen. When we were going from one campaign to another, they were not there. We came this morning. It's when judgment is being delivered. We saw some of them driving in. This government will not be monkey they walk. This government will not be monkey they walk. This government will not be monkey they walk. We want to register at this moment.
You never see something.
That there are certain people in this government that we detest. There is no way Asiwaju will look at us, the Senate of this country will look at us and make somebody like Bosun Tijani a minister. What apology is he giving to anybody? After abusing us, denigrating us, wishing us death? There was no need. Whoever nominated Bosun Tijani is an enemy of Asiwaju, an enemy of all of us who struggled, who labored without being given a dime, who sacrificed, some of us who have died, some of us who are maimed, some of us whose property has been destroyed.
Yes, that's true.
And Bosun Tijani is a shameless person. You cannot take back here from it. And all those who are going round looking for people, they say technocrats. So we will suffer. There will be technocrats in America and come and be technocrats here.
Hey, the technocrat. I hope you know what he's talking about. He knows that no one for pastor. He knows that he does not have any profession. His profession is to carry arm against a government or to support a government. That is his own profession. So that's why he is worried when people talk about this technocracy. You know, he become worried. He knows. No what to again say alopo hanchanine thugs. Hi. Osetigon. Let me just fast track it. Let's go to something. Let me show you where he disgraced himself big time. He is jumping up and down, thinking that he is fit. Jumping, thinking that he is fit. He does not know that he is no longer fit. I want you to watch this video. Just 2 seconds. He's trying to think. What? A man that is this is a man that is a soldier, private army. Did you see a man that is a private military? A man that is a private army commander, private army commander. He didn't even run up to 2 seconds. He's almost dying. He is actually about to collapse. A private army. The guy defend the Jagaban. Every time he come online, he will start jumping up and down to tell you, we are strong. They say I dey sick. And look at me. I go kill ona. This is the person where they kill people. Listen, just watch this video. The man is actually trying to, he is gasping. He is gasping because just running up these are the people that say they will go to Niger war and win it and come back. These are the people who is promising Jagaba and Deko that they will go to Niger war and win it and come back and give him the winner. Nekuya, 2 seconds, just jog like this, 2 seconds. He has to now, hold people because he was going to, faint. If he didn't see anybody to hold, the next thing is Namada Adakwadia. If you watch it, you see the other person is actually holding his hand because the hand is now was becoming weak. That these are the people who run private military. Private military. Every other person, including people who are older than him, are standing, but he can't stand for a long time. These are people. But we will not tolerate Asari Dokubo and his thugs and criminals that will come into our land to kill anybody again. We will not tolerate Asari Dokubo. Not anymore. If he like, he will go and defend his mandate or his manhood. We will not tolerate Asari Dokubo coming into Biafra land again to kill anybody. That time is gone. These are bunch of hypocrites. Bunch of hypocrites. That is what they are. They never mean and will never mean well for any one of you that is called one Nigeria, that is called a Nigerian. It is all about their pocket. It has been all about their pocket and will always be all about their pocket. There is a video that I want to show you so that you will know that when we are here and what the work we do, it is paying off. Our slogan, people are using it. Listen to this man. And you will remember.
Oil bunkering and the rest. The government is very, very active. But we don't see them, we don't see corresponding activeness on the issue of illegal mining that is happening in Zamfara and other places, depriving Nigeria of the needed revenue for development. When we come to fora like this, that issue is not raised. What?
Did you hear that? This is what I preach here every day. It is going into the people's mind. People are listening. That's why consistency is the key. They are now speaking, normally, what we are speaking is sin. It is seen to be a sin in Nigeria. But listen to it. Oil bunkering is a crime. Remember I told you the one that happened close to Imo State under the regime of Hope Uzodimma. When they were, there was a fire. Many people were set ablaze during that time. You remember it? It is because of oil bunkering. And we know that it is not a natural stuff that took place there. People were surrendered and set ablaze. Nobody gave you the report of that thing till today. Just to stop people from doing oil bunkering. But in the north, gold mining illegally, free of charge to the northern people. Free of charge. And they are actually, according to the last confessor, he confessed that they are losing $9 billion, $9 billion yearly because of illegal gold mining. They are mining not only gold, californium they are mining, uranium they are mining. They are also mining these other resources. There are many resources they are mining in the northern Nigeria illegally. It is not a problem. Have you now seen the reason why the things that is in Biafra land is for Nigerians? The things in the north is for the north. Have you now seen when people like this, who call themselves we are defending a mandate, you will call them bunch of cowards, fools who does not do anything for the benefit of their community. You have seen what we say here every day. We sing it like it is now being discussed in a national TV, in the political ground. It is now being talked about. That's why when we tell you, once we give you, if we tell you anything here, it is something that you need to go and confirm. That is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in a solitary confinement, because he's exposed this type of things. And they are now talking about it. Have you now seen? We don't lie. We come here to speak the gospel, the truth. We know that this current government is up for the West. They are not there for our people. They are there for the Europeans and for America. As we speak, Tinubu is in India. Some of you may say he is gone there for some interest of Nigeria, without you knowing he's gone there for medical checkup. And not only medical checkup, from there he will, of course, India have the best, one of the best medical hospital, one of the best medical practitioners in the world. Cuba produce best medical doctors in the world as well. So you see, India, they have advanced medical, doctors and good hospitals. That is exactly the reason why he has gone there. Some of you will say, did he go there to learn how to go to the moon or to do a lunar landing? Or does he want to go to the sun? What has he gone to India to do? They might lie to you, believe their lies. They will not lie to people like us. Election tribunal is on. He is on his way trip to India. If it was when people are actually up for what they stand for in Nigeria, by the time he go to India and come back, they will tell him he should go and do something else because the office has been taken by someone else. Like what they did to Buhari in 1994 or 1999, somewhere there. What they did to him. Because he knows if he go to France, Paris is always, and London is always where he go for his medical checkup. Paris, mostly. But this time around, there is a lot of, issues. So he has to duck and go to India so that you believe there is something special he's going to do in India. Is it a state visit to India? Let's actually find out what is in the public domain in Google on what he went to India to do. What has Tinubu gone to India to do? Let us find out. Now, 6 days ago, he went for G20 summit. Now, he went to India for G20 summit. 6 days ago, Nigeria brought Tinubu to attend the G20 summit in India this month to try to promote. Now, when is the G20 summit? Let us find out. When is the date of the G20 summit? When did it start? When did the G20 summit started? No, what is the date of the G20 summit? The G20 summit is going to start on the 9th of September, right? to 10th of September. Are you paying attention? G20 summit on the 9th of September to 10th of September, which is they have the theme of one earth, one family, and one future. That is their theme. Now, G20 summit is starting on the 9th of September to 10th of September. When did he travel? He traveled, I believe he traveled before if it is 6 days ago, they said he traveled. Was it 6 days ago? When did Tinubu travel to India? 4 days ago. He traveled to India 4 days ago when the G20 summit is starting on the 9th to 10th, which is, let's say, it is something that will stand maybe for one day. He went 4 days ago so that from the hospital, he's not paying India a state visit. He did not go for a state visit. He went for G20 summit and a hospital. That's what he went there for. Because it is a shameful thing for them to be telling you we are going for hospital. If they continue, he will not be disclosing his medical travel. He will not be disclosing them, the way they used to disclose it. Because if he discloses his medical travel, it becomes easier for people. Remember that I told you that he does not have much time. It becomes easier for them to get to him. That is the reason why a G20 summit, I told you that Africa is now included in G20 summit. Africa is now included because when you look at it, people like India, people like Russia, they were calling for Africa to be included even in the UN Security Council. Africa's is not a poor country. Why would they not be included in G20 summit? It is the politics of the world, because Africa is always kept on a periphery. This man, his G20 summit, he went 4 days ago. 4 days ago, today is Thursday. Then 3 days ago was Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So he probably went on Sunday. He went on Sunday. He left on Sunday. 4 days ago, he left on Sunday for G20 summit that is going to start on the 9th to 10th. So what did he go to India to do? Let's be honest with ourselves. Hospital. It is going to continue. They will not be announcing it because you will ask them, why can't they build a hospital that will cater for them in Nigeria? They will not, because you will never have any benefit of a country being a Nigerian. They will continue to run. You see, they will continue to run away to go and get this essential, help, amenities from overseas, while their own country is left deserted, lacking everything that helps life to thrive. Lacking everything that helps life to thrive. When they are sick, they run to abroad. Today, India is a actually industrial hub. India is industrial hub. Today, India that was colonized the same way Nigeria was colonized. Industrial hub. Nigeria at 65 is going nowhere. Every day it is who is going to be the president. Is it Igbo presidency or Yoruba presidency or Fulani presidency or Hausa presidency? It is always this question and what you will be discussing. You will never be there to discuss how are we going to go to the moon? How are we going to produce the best, scientists in the world? How are we going to promote our researchers, to be the best in the world? How are we going to have our own pharmaceutical company that will manufacture, vaccines? We don't discuss that because the people who created you, will manufacture vaccine and they sell it to you. How much? They sell it to the big world, to the rich world, $2 one dose. They sell it to you $10 one dose. Have you now seen the difference? They call you poor country, poor country, but they sell things expensive. When they give you loan, they charge you, interest, 4 times interest. When they give the big world loan, they charge them a little bit of interest. If at all, they charge themselves interest. But they call you the poor country, third world country. In fact, if you people are actually registered as the global south, where there is China, where there is India, where there is Brazil, the economic giant of South America, where there is Russia, and they call all of you global south. I think they should try to change it now, because now it is no longer emerging economies. China has emerged. India has emerged. Is emerging. Or in fact, they have emerged. Brazil almost there. And okay, when you come to Africa, you will say that countries like South Africa, they are industrialized. They are industrialized. You go to countries like in West Africa, where they are rich. Rich, when we talk about rich are richest in Africa. You go there, it looks like a deserted place. It looks like a place where good things will never come out from. Richest oil producing nations, richest uranium producing nations in Africa, richest gold producing nation. They are rich in gold, not richest. I will not give them richest. Rich diamond producing nation. They are all that side. No industry, deindustrialized. And nobody has ever come to say, hey, this Nigeria, how do we industrialize this country? It is all about, it is my turn. I will defend this mandate, defend that mandate. That's what you discuss in a failed state. A state that is not created for anybody's, growth, of to help people who owns it, but was created for economic profit for the creator. How many times are you going to hear this for you to understand that the reason why we come here every day, it is not because we hate other people, or it is not because we hate a particular people, or we hate people that are with us in that contraption called Nigeria. It is not a country, it is contraption. It is not because we hate anybody, or we are actually trying to divide anything. When the minds of the people you are with is not working like your mind, and you have called on them, because in 2000 and it was it 2015, or will I say 2010 12, was when there was a call for restructuring, for devolution. They turned it down. Rather, they went to kill Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They wanted to kill him in 2017. And it is because of that. It was because of the restructuring that he actually brought up again. They went to kill him because he wanted them, he gave them what he need for him not to actually talk about this. They wanted to kill him. Then, in the process, for him not to talk about it, because this thing you call regionalism, or this thing you called having a devolution where everybody will manage their resources. Remember, if everybody manages their resources, that resources will be beneficial to the people, to that state, or to that region. Where you will have a confederation and you pay tax to the center. They suggested it. Nigeria did not want, Britain did not want. That was the reason why Nigeria waged war against our people. Because they went to Aburi. They suggested devolution, regionalism, for them to have a confederation like it is in America, in some part of Europe. Every, region manage their resources. We're still under this one Nigeria. But at the end of the day, they refused because they knew if Britain agree, it means that which state is Britain going to be stealing their resources from? Because everybody will want to make sure that what they are producing is actually, being counted and make sure it takes care of people. It was what was proposed. They refused. Britain asked, go on. Don't agree. Do not agree. Because they know there will be economic growth. There will be political will for people to develop their region. That is the reason why they decided to engage, to invade Biafra land. When Ojukwu said, no, if we cannot do what we agreed and write it, sign it in Aburi Accord, he would declare Biafra. They invaded us and killed more than 3.5 million women and children of our people. So how do you think it is only somebody who is delusional will also come and tell, Nigeria will come and say, we want to do restructuring. And let us do restructuring. You will agree with them. It means that you are delusional. You don't know exactly what you want. That is exactly the reason why we are standing on this note to say Nigeria is not a country. It is a British enclave. It is a contraption and will never benefit anybody. It is all about every 4 years or every 8 years who is going to be the president. It is going to be Igbo presidency, my turn, Hausa presidency, Fulani presidency. And when they become the presidency, it is about whoever that is funding them. Fund both sides. Whoever comes in, they control them. How do you think you will ever grow as a nation? The ordinary Niger Republic that is not, I don't know if Niger Republic is up to 5 million people there or 10 million. This Niger Republic decided they want to be free. Tinubu, your own president, who knows that he is working for the Europeans and America for the benefit of them, start placing sanction on them up and down, left, right, and center, because it is about there will never be growth in the sub-Saharan. There will never be economic growth and stability. because it is always selected those individuals they will actually pick up people who are willing tools, people they have a leverage on, and they will use them, making sure that there will never be a growth, economic growth or stability. Every day we will do something. Elect me, I will change the economic phase of Nigeria. Elect me, I will remove the subsidy. They have removed the subsidy. Removing the subsidy, that they did make dollar to add a value? No. Increment to the petrol price in the pump, did it increase the dollar? The answer is no. So what did it? Is there any way to fight inflation? Are they coming toward that direction? The answer is no. Cost of living still high. So what exactly is it that you will see to yourself? As a human being, you call yourself, I am proud to be a Nigerian. Some of your celebrity will tell you Nigeria no they carry last. It is only a stupid person that they will see what is destroying them, they continue to embrace it. It is only a lame man, it is only a coward that will see that, if I don't fight, I am going down. If I fight, I am going down. And they refuse to fight. If you know that even if you don't fight, you are going down. If you fight, you are going down. I rather go down fighting. I rather go down fighting. You never know. Maybe I will find a way, fight my way to escape. That is the problem a black man have. If we begin to be actually, eager and willing to fight for our right, even if it has to take our lives while we are doing it, our children will enjoy it, because that is the reason why we are called their parents. Because we need to build a life that they may enjoy better than us. That's why people say they are building an empire, generational wealth. But if you keep quiet, if you say no, I won't go there, military this, military, those military you are actually scared of. Those military, they are human beings. They can see what is going on. These, I am beginning to see them as cowards. Cowards. Now let us continue to listen to this guy, because I am rounding up. Listen to what he says here. He said here, this is what I ring like a bell every day. Listen.
Oil bunkering and the rest. The government is very, very active. But we don't see them, we don't see corresponding activeness on the issue of illegal mining that is happening in Zamfara and other places, depriving Nigeria of the needed revenue for development. When we come to a forum like this, that issue is not raised. What is really happening in Nigeria? Thank you.
I am from Puerto Benin, where there are many oil flow stations. But believe you me, we don't even have a drinking water. Not to talk of a secondary school.
Okay.
A school in Benue State, Chilegado College. I am one of the pioneers students. My father was a fisherman in Benue River. And that's why I was opportune to school in Benue State, Chilegado College, 1974.
Okay.
And now, the last discussant say they have uncountable security agencies in the riverine area to check bunkering. Good enough. Good enough. What a jolly fellow you are. Good enough. That is good. You have killed all of our boys. We don't have money. It's when I travel to the village, I buy garri, I buy fish, carton of ice fish to go and share for my people. in the river.
Oh. Because of what? Oil spillage. Tell me, is it Tomike Festus? Tomike Festus say his people, Asari Dokubo people, are drinking water in the same place they poo. The same man defending mandate. Did you hear them? They can no longer have a good drinking water because of oil spillage in Niger Delta. For you to understand, these are the people, the same place the Asari Dokubo came from. He is defending this mandate, but his families are suffering. His communities are suffering. He is in Abuja with gangs of reprobates, thugs, to go and defend a mandate. He doesn't know what it is going to do for him. When people are supposed to be defending, the trying to protect their own name, knowing that what you've been defending in the last 64 years, 6.5 decades, you have never achieved or benefited anything from her. Why then every day you are looking for the same approach, using the same approach, expecting different results? You hear her crying and complaining, just like we were talking about right now, that Asari Dokubo's, where he come from, oil spillage is decontaminating their water. Have you not seen that we don't talk lies? I didn't even hear from this one. The first thing was what I heard from this video. I said, no, this is quite interesting. It means that people are now realizing what we're saying.
Federal government, you don't even give up secondary school, and you have the God enough to budget trillions to buy aircraft.
Madam.
No. No.
Next question.
I'm ready to die for my people. I'm ready to die for my people.
Excuse me.
Oh, this is a church.
The world, the international world is hearing me. I tell you, Owoye and I, let us gathering, Owoye and I, press courses.
You have made your point, madam.
Is this a church?
Can you relieve her of that
You come to kill us. You come to kill us. You don't have a school.
Thank you. You have made your point.
Did you hear that? I want to find out if this is what is this? Where is this place? Let me find out if it is a church, because no, I don't think it's a church. If it is a church, people will not be wearing cap. I don't think it's a church. No, it is not. I believe it is maybe, I don't know if it is within, it's a politics. It's a politics in Nigeria. So we are happy seeing them knowing the truth. We are happy seeing them speaking like us. They are confessing what we've been preaching over the years. Have you now seen? We don't lie. We speak it the way it is. It is not created for profit. If you people from Calabari, if you people from Joland, if you people from Niger Delta is waiting and looking up to Asari Dokubo and Co., they are all looking for contract for their 22 children. They are not, they don't send any of you. They don't send any of you. If they don't send their brother when he become a president because he's not using the state money to bribe them, why do you think they care about you? It is now time for revolution. P2B cannot come and tell you, no, there is a way we are going to do it. He cannot. It is now time for revolution. Anybody who will rise up to tell you something different from what I am telling you right now is your enemy. Nothing is going to help you. You that is in the northern Nigeria, they are trying to underreport what is happening. The mayhem that the terrorist is causing against you people is that, they are trying to downplay it. The only thing that will save you, you saw this what was Aisha Yusuf. She's a formidable woman, the only voice they have in the north that is very objective. Aisha Yusuf, you saw her in the court. This, if you cannot rise up now, you will never rise up again. You will never rise up again. Nigeria does not have a setup to help anybody. So what is happening is actually automatic play. It is on automatic play. What is going on right now in Nigeria? It is on auto mode. You can never get help. It is created to be like that. When we say we want to leave her, it does not mean that we hate you. That is because we want to, because we have seen that what she is made of is not what is going to help anybody to thrive, to grow, or to do anything. That's why we want to leave her. We are leaving her not because we hate you. We are leaving her for the sake of you and us, for the sake of our future. That is the reason why we are calling for disintegration of that country called Nigeria. It is not created for the benefit of a black man in Africa. It is created for the benefit of a white man from Europe. And the earlier you understand it, the better for you. That's why Obama decided to use his influence in 2015 to say, to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. That's why Obama used his influence to remove Goodluck Jonathan from the position of power. Do you think that a learned Goodluck Jonathan, that illiterate Tinubu, Buhari, an illiterate Buhari, of course he died, will do something, negotiate your own share better than a learned Goodluck Jonathan? Because they have seen he is learned. The negotiation is not coming for them easily. He was willing to do something, a change, because he's learned. And if you look at his antecedent, he doesn't have anything, any criminal record in his antecedent. So they don't want that. They don't have anything against him. And the way he got to the position of power was a miracle. So they can never allow anybody who will change the status quo. They can never allow it. That will lead you to grow. They will remove them at all cost. Even if you warrant, American president to speak for them to be removed, they will do it. Because if you look at the antecedent of Obama, it is a bad news for Africa, where they so claim he came from. It's a bad news for Africa. It has never been a bad news for a good news for Africa, even in the US. So, our people, let us rise up and help ourselves. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. The release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is one of the mind emancipation. It is what all of us need to rise up and demand. We are not begging. Demand for his release. It is the beginning of wisdom. The demand and the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the beginning of the wisdom. Because everything he told you, it is happening the way he said it. Let me show you something else he said. Let me show you. Let me just quickly. I know I have actually exhausted my time. I want you to listen to this. Just a reflection of this. Listen to it. Let me show you. One moment. Let me bring it to this phone. It sounds louder. Every prophecy he has given to you, they are all authentic. Listen. Listen. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Igbo man to be a president of Nigeria, it is not possible. So advise your obedient to stop deceiving you. I've been saying this over and over. You should stop deceiving you. You should stop following him. If he cannot address and lead a revolutionary movement, because there was something that is very, very interesting that he said one time. He said that in Sorilami, I don't know if he said it happened in Sorilami, or where did he say it happened? That a priest finished mass and they led march to the presidential place, and the president have to resign. That we must release that you must remove these people from the position of leadership. That's what Peter Obi said. I am going to bring that video next. I am going to make sure I bring that video next, and I will couple it with Showere's video, because we don't have much time again. Wherever you're watching from, follow this page where you are watching from at Judge Money blog on Facebook. We are also live at Judge Money Blog Africa on YouTube. Don't forget to click the like button, share the video, and invite others to join. We are going to leave it here. We're probably going to come back tomorrow. As it is Friday, we will take our time again, 2 hours, to come back to continue to update you, because consistency is the key. We know that our people need a consistent, motivation and education for them to understand, because what is holding you is consistently changing a strategy, and they will continue to do so, and there is nothing you are going to do about it. It is very, very important that you call for a change now. Stand up for your right. Stand up for your right. Stand up for your right. Nothing else is going to do. There is nothing that is going to change if you do not work for it to change. It is autopilot. That is work. Nigeria is on autopilot, established since 1914 or since independent. It is autopilot, where things are running on their own. As long as the Europeans get their own share, whoever that is in position of power get their own share. Every other thing, to hell with it. That's what they do. We can't change it. Europeans will not be in Europe and be ruining your life in Africa, and you are allowing it to happen. This is time for change. You start with you. Mobilization now. If Obi cannot mobilize a revolution, if Obi cannot sacrifice to mobilize a revolution, and telling you he is going to court, Supreme Court, he is wasting your time the more. It means that even if he gets to the position of leadership, he cannot do anything on your behalf. So that is how you will know whether Obi have you at the back of his mind, whether Obi is willing to do that which he has been promising that he will do. If he can mobilize a revolution, it means that he had the good of you in heart. Supreme Court is Supreme Court of APC. You see, Supreme Court of APC, that he want to go. Shame. Shame. I laugh. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Let us do something as human beings. You cannot be there as a human being who bring change, and you will be smelling like a spirit who cannot do anything. Do something for something to happen. Nigerian military, all eyes is on you. All eyes is on you. Because all those people who made noise, they will create a parallel state. All eyes is on you. All those people who made noise, if they deprive us of Igbo presidency, all eyes is on you. It is time for you to see they have deprived you. Forget this thing of being a gavu. And we can go tina. We'll go to Supreme Court. The verdict given against you in the election tribunal shows you that you don't have anything to stand for. They played you. The first time Nigeria massively got their PVC to support one man, and the man who killed them in Lucky Tollgate emerged victorious. All the way, it is the rest of them is mystery. So, great Biafrans all over the world, great people of Africa, this is my story, and this is my suggestion. Let us drive our future. It is in our hands. It is in your hands. You can do it. We can. Forget your ethnicity. Forget your origin, where you come from. It is a problem you and I are facing. We are in this mess together. All these old people in the political space are ruining it for you, even though they will not be part of it. They are old. If they live highest 20 years. Or some of them will live maybe 1 year. That's it. They are gone. They have ruined it for you. And you will suffer it in the next 10 years, 20 years. In the next 50 years. You will continue, and your children, you will be recycling failure, poverty, aggression, depression. You will be recycling it. You will be recycling it. Share the video. Click the like button. If you love what we do, click the like button. Until we meet again, I want to see your opinion in that comment section. Tomorrow we will be having interactive section, more of interactive section. Even if you cannot call in, you will have me reading your comment out there, and not those who constitute nuisance, because in every good or movement, there are people who are out there fighting it and constituting nuisance. So this is the number. We are going to actually have an interactive section tomorrow. There is somebody that has been telling me they want to call. That person, I can't remember which country they come from, but I will have an interactive session in case if you are watching, you can actually call us tomorrow, and share the video, like the video, invite others to join. See you the same time, same place tomorrow. Take care and bye for now.